Yes, my people, Big PROZECH back again. You already know what it is, man. Kicks Chronicles, your sneaker and lifestyle podcast. I'm here with a very, very special guest, man. This guy is my guy, man. He's my guy, man, my bro. When I started doing content, it was him and his guys. They were referred to as the Raffle Boyz. You get me? They were referred to as the Raffle Boyz, and they were one of the groups that I looked at on the internet and said, you know what, man, these guys are doing it, man, and they were a real inspiration to help me and encourage me to do it as well, man. And yeah, man. It's none other than the man himself, man. Mr. John Swarvay is in the building, man. Big up yourself, John, man. What's sticking?
Yes, thank you, bro. Thank you for the intro. Yeah, man. Just grateful to be alive. Another day, to just, do my thing and rock with the waves, man. John Swarvay, first name's John, obviously, I think you can tell by the name. Yeah, man. I've been into kicks all my life for a very, very long time. As Pro said, I used to be a Raffle Boy, so we created the Raffle Boyz in 2019, just before the lockdown happened and just before COVID hit the world. And it was just me and my boys, Stephen and Toby, who gravitated to winning sneaker raffles and just like the fun and the energy that comes with that. And we decided to come together and joint force to give entertainment to the world, really, through the Raffle Boyz. So entering all sneaker drops, reviewing sneakers that are coming out, sneakers that we picked up, fashion trends, everything alike. Unfortunately, after lockdown happened, that kind of dismantled and we all went our separate ways. I then ended up going into my car stuff, so JL Motors, which you already know about. I'm into cars, big and heavy, and I've been making content with cars since 2020 as well. So just when lockdown happened around November 2020, I was like, you know what, I need something to do where I'm able to go out and link up with people here and there, obviously with the social distancing. But I was going mad just at home, every single day. So I needed to do something. And that kicked off. But somehow, somewhere, I found myself back into the sneaker life, bro, which is crazy.
Came home, bro.
Yeah.
You came home. Came home.
I came home where I'm meant to be. Yeah.
No. It's definitely a vibe. It's definitely a vibe, man. And we'll get into sort of what you're sort of currently doing in terms of social media and that. But what we got to do before we do that, man, we got to take it right back to the beginning, man. Take me back to the first love, bro. What was that shoe that sort of brought you into the game? The one that sort of you fell in love with? What was that first shoe?
Right, so the first shoe that I fell in love with was the Jordan 6 Infrared 2014.
Chai.
So I got all the way back when I was at Brighton University, and I had moved away from ends. So I'm a London boy by trade, but yeah, decided to go to university in Brighton, and I remember seeing so many launch information about the Jordan 6 and doing my research, watching Jordan ball out in the sixes and just seeing Kanye West, the 2010 Jordan 6s. I wouldn't say the infrareds, but obviously the colorway was a bit different because the red highlights were a bit darker, where like, you know what I mean, innit? So anyway, I was infatuated with that shoe. So I was like, I need to get it. And yeah, I remember running up a place called Churchill Square. So from the lanes in Brighton, there's a long hill that goes all the way up to Churchill Square. So obviously I'm young, I'm ready, I'm in my Air Forces sprinting up, and I copped my first pair from Foot Locker. It was an amazing time, man, and I wore those to the ground, completely destroyed them. But I thank God that they re-retroed in 2019, so I got another pair, of course. But that's my baby, man. 2014 Jordan 6 Infrared. Yeah.
I love that, man. And that's a strong pair. The infrared, I think the Jordan 6 are, I think, for myself, I speak for myself, they're like one of my sleeper Jordans. Like they're not like the sort of headline ones, the ones that people really talk about a lot. Like sort of like the 11s, the 4s, like and 3s and the 1s, obviously. But like the 6s, they've got a really sleek silhouette. and they've had some banging colors. They've had some crazy, crazy colorways. None other than I'm saying like the infrared. The infrared is infamous, bro. So like absolutely crazy pair. So I completely get it. But you mentioned growing up in London before, obviously
Yes.
going off to university in Brighton. Where in
Yeah.
London did you grow up exactly?
So initially, before I moved to Brighton, I grew up in Abbeywood. So most people say that isn't London, but I was born in Camberwell, so I am actually a London boy. Like I
I
have to let
respect
people
it.
know, like guys, I might be living in Kent, but I'm actually a London boy by heart. Like
I
don't
respect
get
it.
it
I
twisted.
respect
Don't
it.
get it twisted.
I'm an adopted son of Kent still, so I grew up in London as well, but I'm an
There you go,
adopted son
bro.
of Kent, and I
There you
think
go.
the lines have been merged. I think they're
Mm,
blurred lines right about now,
yeah.
man. Because there's certain places the oyster can reach. You get me? So you get me, man. We don't
Mm,
even know anymore.
mm,
But respectfully, like
yeah.
growing up in Camberwell and Abbeywood, what were the shoes that you would see on people's feet in sort of those like when you look back in your mind's eye?
Okay, so back in Campbell, I think Fubu was what was popping. So we're talking years ago, like Fubu, Air Force One. I know Fubu's
Wow.
dead. Like no one's rocking Fubu no more. But back in the day, bro, I remember Fubu was something that everyone was rocking. Obviously, like the Nike Air Force One.
Yeah, bro.
You got the
That's
Air Max
wild.
90s. You got the
Yeah.
Air Max 110s or 95s, as people call them now, but back in the day, they used to be called 110s because they're £110. Um, and then obviously in Abbeywood, when I moved to Abbeywood, I feel like there was a diverse mix. So you had a lot of people wearing Adidas, like the superstars. You had obviously Nike, so again, Air Maxes, etc., Air Force Ones. You had a few people wearing Jordans, but obviously Jordans were really scarce those times. And I feel like it's because back then, every time there was a heated drop, you had to like queue the night before and all those type of things. It wasn't that simple back then where you could just go on the app and buy online. Like it was very, very hard. So definitely it was more accessible trainers you could just pick up from JD that people were wearing. But until I got to Brighton, then I realized because then my landscape of what I saw had completely expanded because you got international students who have so much peas and they're just rocking the craziest pair of
Crazy.
selections. Um,
Facts.
Gucci, Balmain, Balenciaga. My God, it was crazy. And then all the Jordans you could think of from the ones all the way up to 12s, rocking them anyhow, anyway. And then obviously there
Jeez.
was an Offspring in Brighton. So that was my first opportunity and experience of Offspring. And Offspring was the hub for all exclusive preps. So you had a couple Jordans on the stands and stuff like that. Whereas JD and Foot Locker wasn't really much unless there was like a heated drop coming. And if they sat on shelves, then of course you would see them there. But yeah, man, Abbeywood and Campbell wasn't really popping, but obviously now it's different. 2024, everyone's got heat on their feet. But back then, yeah, I wasn't really like that, no.
No, I feel that. I feel that, man. And obviously, shout out to Offspring serving the community, man. We needed
Mm.
that. You get me, man. Shout out to Aman and all the man them over there, Offspring, man. But I
So,
feel where you're coming from, man. And the thing is, I like how there were slight differences in the geographical locations in the shoes that you would see on people's feet as well. You get me, man.
mm,
Some really cool pairs in there.
yeah.
One thing I want to ask you, because this is obviously something that you didn't mention, is about unholy grails. I don't know if you know about unholy grails.
A bit, but I'd like you to expand if that's cool.
Oh no, absolutely.
All
I'm
right.
happy to
Okay.
expatiate on that question. Yeah. So an unholy grail, an unholy grail is what I refer to also as a Sports Direct classic. You get me? Not what they're doing now in terms of like they got Yeezys now, but
Right.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm talking about Slazenger, Lonsdale, Everlast. You get me? Them off-brand kicks. You get me? The
Yeah.
shoes that
Yeah.
may have been made by the same guy that made the tires on the
Okay.
car. You
Okay.
get me?
Okay.
Like
I feel
you
you.
get
I
me?
feel you.
Them kind of shoes. Did you ever have to dabble in the dark arts, my bro? Did you ever have to get into a high tech? You get me?
Oh, God. Probably did, but bro, I tried to like black out that time of my life, like when times are hard, you just. I'm trying to think of a crap. Lord God have mercy. Bro, I can't on the top of my head I can't remember, but there probably was many a times where I was dabbling in the dark arts for sure in terms of preps from Sports Direct.
I respect
Listen,
it.
no this to Sports Direct. Listen, get what can I be honest? Let me just quickly a disclaimer. I'm all for people to get whatever type of crep you want, any type of fashion you want.
Say
Do
it.
whatever is
Say
good
it.
for
Say it.
you. Do
Yeah,
not
brother.
do not put yourself in financial ruin to try and look fly. There's no
Come
need.
on now.
There's
Come
no
on now.
need. There's no need.
We're definitely about preaching financial literacy on the channel, man.
100%.
Like,
100%.
and the thing is, for myself personally, growing up, like I've been a size 12 for a lot of my life,
Right.
and I know for a fact I can't get every shoe, right?
Mm,
So
mm,
not being able to cop every shoe is just part and parcel of being that kind of size. But I would always
mm,
say to people, man, it teaches humility. It helps you to
mm.
realize that some things are good for you to just appreciate it from afar. Not every
Yeah.
shoe you need to cop. And shout out to Sports Direct and all the shops similar to it, man. They've been holding
Mm,
down the community. You get me? Just as
mm.
well as Offspring are holding some of that heat. Sports Direct, man, they've
100%.
been holding down the community, man. They've been holding down people. You get me, man? And I
100%.
know we don't say it to poke fun. We really say it
Yeah.
to look at where we were and bring it all the way back to today and say, you know what, man, God is good, man. He brought us
For
through the
real.
thing, but he taught us
For real. For real.
humility. But we're on the other side, man. We're up now. You get me, man, and
Thank
that's where
God.
we should be. You get me, man. So
Amen.
it's a good
Amen.
thing. It's definitely
Amen.
a good thing. It's definitely a good
Mm.
thing, man. And do you know what, man? Off the back of that, man, I actually want to introduce a new segment. It's
Okay.
called a community question. I think I'm gonna call it the Kicks Chronicles community question. You get me,
Okay.
man? So I reached out into the community. Shout out to everybody that's on Instagram, TikTok, and all of those various different platforms. If you don't know, Prozac on all platforms. You get me? I threw it out on my story and I said to the people, I want to know your questions. I'm going to pose them to the guests. You get
Mm.
me? And we're going to call them community questions. You get me? So this question is from a former guest. In fact,
Okay.
a really, really cool guy and one of the biggest sneaker YouTubers in the country. I'm talking about the one and only Life of a Broski, Erkin Hassan. Shout out to my boy Erkin. He says,
Yeah.
if you wasn't collecting sneakers, what else would you be collecting?
Mm. If I wasn't collecting sneakers, what else would I be collecting?
Yeah.
That's a tough one, you know.
It's a good question. It's a good question. I think I'll answer the question as well. I think it's only
Okay.
fair, right? I think it's
Yeah.
only
You
fair.
go first, and I'll go after. I've got
Yeah.
something in my mind, but I want to hear what you say.
Do you know what I would say, like growing up, I was a massive wrestling fan.
Okay.
Like massive wrestling fan. And
Mm.
I think what I would have, like, I probably got two answers. I would have probably, like, because I actually did have a massive, like, wrestling DVD collection. But
Okay.
then DVDs became like rubbish, right?
Yeah,
So
it
then
came
it just
redundant.
got
Yeah.
it just became redundant and everything's on stream. So then I just
Mm.
sort of just transferred it or whatever. So I probably have like a massive like just like load of memorabilia like from WWE and whatnot. But also before I was into kicks at this time as well, but
Okay.
one of the sort of offshoots of kicks is streetwear, and
Mm.
I love bait, man. I didn't even plan this, but I'm actually wearing bait, man.
Wearing babe right now. Okay.
It's one of my older pieces from I think around '07, '08,
Okay.
and I had a bigger collection because life, I still have a few pieces. I've still got a few cool pieces still, and you
Mm.
know what, man, I definitely would have gone heavy in the bait. I would have gone stronger in the bait, and I had a
Mm.
load more stuff. You get me, like, but yeah, those are probably the two that I would say. Shout out to Erkin. That's a great question, man. What were you saying, John?
Okay. I would say it would be. This is gonna sound a bit odd, yeah, but I think it would be concert merch. That sounds odd, I know, but
You like concerts though, because do
I
things
like
that you throw that up in
concerts.
your yeah. No, you love concerts,
I
bro. I
love
see that in
concerts.
your content. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I feel like the concert merch is like a time capsule. So every time I look at something that I picked up, it just takes me. back to when I was a certain age, and I remember rocking out in the crowds doing this and that, and whoever I was with, and just the energy and the artist and what they brought that year. I think it would definitely be concert merch. So even if I didn't go to a concert, doing research, because growing up when I was just about to go to uni, I used to watch a lot of concerts online. I think my most favorite concert would have been Jay-Z and Kanye Watch the Throne. So that concert was
Crazy,
crazy. Like, I remember
crazy.
people used to have like flip phones. So if you go on YouTube, the quality of the videos is like 240p. Like, it's terrible, 480p. But it's just, yeah, I think concert merch would be my thing, bro. Concert merch.
Nah,
So,
that's a
yeah.
very interesting answer, man. That's a very interesting answer, man. Shout out to Erkin for a great question, man. You get me, man.
Lessons.
And everybody, I think Erkin's got a podcast. Obviously, he's got one of the biggest sneaker channels in the country as well. So make sure to go and check him out as
Sure.
well. Hi there. So nice to see you. Sorry to interrupt the pod. I'll be literally 30 seconds. I just wanted to say thank you for being here. And also, if you enjoy the pod, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It really does help. Also, if you're listening on an audio platform, feel free to give us a review, whether it be positive or negative. Just leave a review. We really, really appreciate it. Also, feel free to listen to our old episodes. And if you ever want to get in contact, if you want to let me know what you're thinking, feeling, or whatever, holler at me. My name is PROZECH. PROZECH on all social media: Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm enjoying TikTok at the moment, so feel free to holler at me. I will always holler back. And with all that being said, I'll let you get back to the pod. Toodles. You get me?
Sure.
What we're gonna do now, man, we're gonna enter into one of my favorite parts of the conversation. It's the EST of KIC. This is where we start talking about your collection. EST
Okay.
essentially is what we refer to as the oldest, the newest, the greatest, the best. You get me? Those sorts of things. You get me, man? So thinking about your collection, think about like, what is the oldest shoe you currently have in your collection?
All this right now, I'd say in my actual where I live, my apartment, because I've got shoes on my parents' house still, but
No, no,
in
no.
my
You can. I mean, as long as you own them, they're yours, right?
okay. So the oldest
Yeah.
shoe I have is probably the Jordan 11 Space Jams. I think they came out in 2017. So they are
Strong.
completely battered. But I also got them from Osprey in Brighton. I was able to pick them up from there. So shout out Osprey.
Yeah, we
But yeah,
love
that's
that.
probably
We
my
love that.
oldest pair. But in terms of my oldest pair where I live at the moment, it's the Travis Scott Air Force One Fossil. And I
Oh
won those
yeah,
from Harrods size. I'm not sure if people, I can bring it out if you want to see them or.
bro. If you got them to hand, man,
But
people would love to see them.
funny story about these. Whilst we're talking about it, this is my biggest unboxing video on TikTok. So we've got 1.2 million views. So
Shout out, bro. This guy's been killing it on TikTok,
yeah,
man.
man.
He's definitely found lightning in a bottle, man. And
Somehow,
he's got the
bro.
bro. He's got the people in the chokehold, man. They love the aesthetic. Like, and
Yeah,
the videos bang, bro. They're so smooth. So yeah,
thank you,
no,
bro. I
that video,
appreciate it.
yeah, that shoe,
Yeah,
that
man. It's a
shoe
legendary
is
still.
a legendary shoe, bro. It's a
Um,
legendary shoe, man. We love that shoe, man.
the
Yeah,
crazy pair, bro. So I would say this is probably my oldest. I think, yeah, it was sometime in 2019, but I remember, yeah, it was hybrid. So that was a great experience just to pick them up. Um, and yeah, that's one of few Air Force Ones I own because Air Force Ones just don't really fit my feet too well.
yeah,
Unfortunately, you know how some trainers just they hit and miss, but those are
yeah.
special, man. Those are special. So yeah,
No, I hear
yeah.
you on the Air Force One. I've got one pair. You can actually see the. You might be able to see them over my shoulder. I've got the wheat Supreme ones.
Okay.
Air Force Ones that came out.
Right.
I want to say they came out in 2022 or 2023.
Okay.
It was a re-release.
Right.
But yeah, it was just after they started doing like those basic Air Force Ones that they started doing. They started with the white and then the black and then they threw out the wheat. And when I saw the wheat, I was like, you know what? I don't have any Air Force Ones in my collection. I'm not gonna get a white Air Force One or a black Air Force One because I'm not a murderer. So let me just get just a clean pair of Air Force Ones and just like and it being a Supreme pair. I just thought it's a nice, clean, slightly elevated pair. The suede on it is fantastic. So it is, but I agree with you because I'm a bigger size as well. It does look a little boaty on my feet, so I don't wear them very often. But every so often I will wear them because it is really, really sort of well constructed shoe. It's not like the normal material, so I'm with you on that. What would you say is your newest pair of shoes?
My newest pair. The latest pair I picked up was the Jordan 4 while you're sleeping. They're in my closet. I would bring them out, but it's just too long to
No,
not right
that's
now.
calm.
But
That's
that's
calm.
my newest pair right now. That and the
Yeah.
Jordan 3. So I've got both of them. I've got the 3 somewhere here, but yeah, the 3 and the 4s. But the 4s are the newest pair, and I wore them to Rome. So that was a good experience. But they're probably one of the most uncomfortable trainers I've ever owned in my life.
Unbelievable, man.
Do
Like
you, do
I'm
you got
with
you
you,
got them,
bro.
innit?
No, I haven't gone for any of the Alma
Okay.
Menieres. I've been a little bit underwhelmed. I'm not
Okay.
gonna, I'm not gonna, I'm not besmirching though because I think
Mm.
the materials on the 4 are really good. I did go for the 4, I just didn't get them. But
Okay.
I didn't go for the 3. I thought the 4 was better. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, I just been a little bit underwhelmed with the collection, just a
Okay.
little
I
bit.
see. I
Right,
see.
but in general, I think Armor Maniera levels. I think they're fantastic. I
100%.
just think,
100%.
I think the difficulty that I have is when you have when you're dropping multiple shoes, it's hard to not
Mm.
compare it to the 10, right? In terms of it,
Yeah.
and I just
Yeah.
don't feel they've had a moment. I don't feel like they've had a. This is like the like when that when like when that Jordan 1 dropped and like there were so
My
many
God.
moments. There were so
Mm.
many moments
Yeah.
like the Presto as well. Like there were so many moments in that 10
Mad
drop where it was like these are statements, these are things that are gonna last time. And I think
time. Yeah.
in terms of in general, I feel like Armand Menier have had an amazing run. I think they've got an amazing catalogue and I think they'll be fine. I
Mm.
think over time all of these shoes are likely to appreciate in value. So that's not really the
Mm.
issue. I just think it's hard for me to not compare it. And I feel like in terms of it being a statement for the culture and for the community, I don't think it's hit that way that I would have wanted it to hit. Don't get me
Okay.
wrong though. I
That
think
makes
the
sense.
materials are great. I think the
Mm.
designs have been cool. You get me? And I prefer some over the others, but I think in general they're decent shoes. You get me?
Okay. That's fair, man. That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. In general, I feel like they're decent shoes. I think um they've got a 95 dropping. What do you think
Yes,
about
they
that
do.
95? What do you think about the 95 that's
I've
coming
been
out?
on Facebook and people are saying they're like bowling shoes. I
It's
don't
a
know
t-
why.
I feel like it's a little bit of a tough. That's a
Uh,
tough one. They've gone with
um.
a little bit of a like a different color, almost like a little bit of a gradient. But I think the palette
Yeah.
they've used, I think the palette they've used isn't. It doesn't seem to be working with the material.
The material. Yeah. 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 And I do also think, based on that 95, you've got some serious competition because you've got the Cortez, the yellow, black and
Bro,
yellow versions coming out, and then
bro,
Central C's now got his own 95s that's dropping on Thursday with JD. So it's like there's a
bro.
lot of
No,
would
we
it
need to
be?
let's have a quick
I don't
chat
know.
about those two because I mean
Okay.
in quick succession you've got
Mm,
like Clint was in the news going up against Palace just having a
Palace.
go for no
Yeah.
reason and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden and this is it master manipulator bro. He's a classic in wrestling we'd call him a heel bro because literally all he
Yeah.
was
Hell
doing
yeah.
was drawing people's attention because the thing is there's no beef like there's literally
With
no
no
beef
beef
you're
at
just
all.
creating it
Mm.
you're just creating it out of nothing but all of a sudden now we're all looking at him and then pop look in the sky
Yeah.
we're
It's
back again
crazy.
man Cortez and Nak
Crazy.
are back again bro and
Mm.
the thing is unofficially like so now let me say unofficially, we all think it's the 95, the black and yellow. We all think that. But unofficially, it's not been confirmed, apparently. It could still be the Air Trainer. It could still be the Air Trainer. I personally think, like you, it is the 95, the black and yellow. And if it is the black and yellow, and I'm going to sound like a hypocrite because anyone that's watching me knows that I don't like the black and yellow Jordan 4s, the Thunders, but those 95s, I'm not a fan of those. I feel like they're a money grab. People use them more to turn them into fake black cats than just wear them as black and yellows.
Yeah. No, 100%. I agree.
But that black and yellow on the Cortez drop, that black and yellow, I'm gonna hold my hands up. That's fire right there, bro. I'm gonna try. And I think maybe it's because I wasn't able to get any of the other pairs, but I actually think this is the best colorway. This is the best colorway, man. And it's come at a good time because I got a few links. So maybe I'm gonna try tap some
bro. I'm gonna the size 10, bro. Just slide it under. Brother called John Swarvay does TikToks. Just got you, man. He got you. He'll go viral.
I'm gonna try to tap some man off. I'm trying to tap some. Because I need those, bro. I need them. But man, yeah, you're right though. To be fair, like the Cineworld 95s, they were decent colorway as well. I can't lie. It's like a charcoal with a bronze as well. It's a decent show. I think Nike are looking at Central as potentially someone that could do or emulate Travis in certain capacity. I think that's the kind of level they're looking at.
Okay, so I've got an opinion on that.
Come on, talk to me.
And I say this to say that obviously I'm not trying to sound like a Travis fanboy, but I've been rocking with Travis since Alpha Era. And a lot of people will say, yeah, I've known Travis since Alpha Era. Like, yeah, cool. You don't, but it's cool. But no, I think Central C is a great artist. Don't get me wrong. But I don't look at him when it comes to fashion because a lot of the time it's the Nike Tech fleece, and obviously that's what they're doing now. Don't get me wrong, but I don't wear Nike Tech fleeces, so I don't really gravitate to that. But again, when you look at Travis, you look at the way I dress, you can kind of see some similarities, ASAP Rocky, all that type of stuff. So I say to say that there's definitely a market there, especially for the Nike Tech fleece, because with London, the boys and even some of the girls as well, they love the Nike Tech fleece, so that will have its own homage and homage, and people will gravitate to that heavy. But there's something about you're not emulating this, bro. You're not.
Nah. I definitely.
Come on, bro.
I definitely get where you're coming from. Man.
Yes, we're not screaming from the top of the hill that Central C doing a collab with Fragment is like, okay. No, do you know what I mean though? Do you know what I mean?
Sense doesn't give me the impression, and I think you're very like astute in what you said, right? He's not fashionable. And this is what we need to acknowledge. I think we need to acknowledge the fact that he's not fashionable in the sense of he's not pushing the envelope. He's not trying to challenge in terms of how people view style, right? He's not asking any questions. He's comfortable. And to be honest, I respect that because a lot of people try things that probably shouldn't, right? And then they end up doing weird stuff that they don't even really believe in themselves, right? And the guy just has his own style and he believes in his thing. And to be honest, it's got him this far, so I respect it, you get me? His thing is comfort. His thing is just doing things that make him feel comfortable, you get me? Like whether it's the shoes that he rocks or whether it's the clothes that he's wearing. He's picked a 95, which is one of the most comfortable Air Maxes as well, you get me? And it's London, bro. It's London all day, every day. To be honest, it's the UK. It's the UK. We love 95s in the UK, bro. It is what it is. Like, so I feel like you may be right in terms of pushing the envelope. He's not that type of person. He's not gonna like. There's not gonna be these cross collabs with these like crazy like designers and stuff, brands and stuff. That's not gonna happen with Sense. Like, but what he's got like in the same way that like Travis had a stronghold on a specific demo, bro, at a certain time, just a stronghold on them. Sense has a stronghold on a certain demo. You get me? Like there's certain
Mm.
man that ride hard for
Oh
Sedge.
dear. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
get me?
For
Like,
sure, for sure, for
and
sure.
so we'll see. Time will only tell. You get me? Like, but one thing I would say about the shoe itself is
Mm.
that the shoe he's picked a very. It's a safe
Yeah, safe.
colorway. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
safe
yeah.
colorway, and it's
Yeah.
something that you know that majority of people will be fine in rocking. You get me?
100%.
It's a
100%, yeah.
safe colorway, and the thing is, what you want early doors, like you can tell because obviously with Travis's early door pairs, like you've got the Air Force One. And you've got the
Mm.
two Air Force Ones. I
Yes,
think
yeah.
early two Air Force Ones. Those are not safe pairs.
Not at all.
Those
And
are pushing
then
boundaries, bro.
you got these as well.
You get me? You know what I'm saying? With the fours as well,
So I'm
with the
saying
UNCs, like,
just
and then backward switches as well, like, and just different
ex-
iconic bits and pieces that like are
exactly,
completely
bro.
different, like just
Exactly.
going against the grain as opposed to just
Against the
doing what's
grain.
regular.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you have to put some respect on like at least him and his team for thinking outside the box early doors. They're pushing
Mm,
the envelope. Sench ain't trying to push no envelope. Sench is trying to
mm.
go down the line. You get me? Like, and like I think they look at him like it could potentially be a cash cow. But let's see.
Let's see what
Let's see, because
happens here.
time will
Time will
tell.
tell.
If I was to switching gears, if I was to ask you what is your greatest pair, the greatest pair in your collection,
This is gonna be weird for a lot of people, yeah.
I
Because
love it.
you'd assume that would be this. And I understand. 100% I understand. You'd assume, okay, shout out Offspring, by the way. Offspring blessed me with these, like, obviously, when you see the Offspring sticker there, you know it's legit. Like, it's not one of them, oh, I don't know, John. Ooh. I've had too many people ask me, but I have to bring up the DM. Yo, look, this is the DM from Offspring from 2021 when they said, I can come and collect the kicks, bro. Let's not
I
do
love it.
this. I've got
I
time
love
for
it.
this.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
This would be most people's straight away, like, yo, this is your greatest kick. But for me,
So that's the fragment high. He's holding
the
up
fragment,
the Travis fragment high, man.
for
It's an
me,
iconic shoe. It's an iconic shoe, definitely.
this is my greatest, man. The Jordan 4 Union LA off North.
Really?
This is my greatest. This is my greatest kick, bro. I know this sounds so weird, like, I don't know what you talking about, but I remember seeing these, yeah, and I was like, this is the ultimate four, in my opinion. I don't know what it is that just every time I
Wow.
see people wear these, I'm just in awe. Like, the craftsmanship is 10 out of 10, bro. Look at the colors, like, it's just,
Yeah.
it's wild. It's wild.
That's
It's
one of
wild.
like I think most people agree in the like the last I think it was like I think in the last 5 years
Mm.
that's probably top five. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there's been a lot of Jordan 4s. There's been a
Yeah,
lot of
a
Jordan
lot,
4s. That
a
is
lot.
top five. Union
Easy.
definitely did their thing on
Did their
that, man.
thing, man.
And I prefer the off noir over the other colours, I think.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the guava either,
Yeah, I'm not a
but a lot of
massive fan
people
of the
resonate
guava.
with that. But yeah,
Interestingly
man.
though, you've unpicked the tongue.
Yes, I have. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So
So
what was the thoughts behind that?
for me, it was the case of I wasn't really rocking with the fact that it was like that because it's consistently look like that. I'm more
Yeah,
of a normal. Fours are just meant to have the tongue out, man. But
I respect
apparently,
it.
I was watching a Seth Fowler video and he was talking about the undefeated. No, what's the fours that are coming out that look like they're coming out at the end of this month? They're like black. The Fear Fours. No fear of Fear
Fears,
Fours.
the fear fours,
He,
yeah,
he
yeah.
mentioned in the video that apparently people back in the day used to roll the tongue with their Jordan 4s, supposedly. That's what he said.
Really?
So I was like,
So maybe that's a reference to
okay,
that.
this is a
Maybe it was a
reference.
reference to
Exactly,
that.
exactly. Like
That's
I
awesome.
was literally like doing something and the video was on and he said people used to roll the tongue and my head just went up like, what? I had to rewind it, like, did I catch that? So for me, like, just like the box, bro, like this is just is a special moment, and I think Union, in terms of collections,
They're
where
one of them ones, bro.
the Jordan ones that they had, the Royals, or I don't know if you call them royal, but the blue and white, and then the black toe, if I'm correct, or was it Chicago? Was it Chicago
No, it was
black
a black.
toe?
No, it was a black toe. Apparently, the Chicago
My
is coming.
God, Chicago, yeah. Hopefully, man. Offspring, if you're watching. That's what we
I
all
was
pray
even
for. That's what we
I
all
mean,
pray for. Offspring, please.
I was actually, I mean, obviously now we're talking about Union. I was gonna
Mm,
ask you about that sort of muted pair that's meant to be coming out in 2025. It's meant to be a
mm,
Jordan 1. It's meant to sort of be a Chicago Jordan 1. So
mm.
the bottom half is a Chicago. The top half is, I think it's got some darker hues because essentially
Yeah,
how they do it is it's almost like a half and half type shoe.
yeah.
Like, do you think we need a Chicago from Union, considering we got like, and over my shoulder I've got the Lost and Found that came out
Lost and
quite
found.
recently,
Yeah,
like not recently, but like in the last couple of years. Do you
yeah.
think? And we have to be fair, Jordan 1s are on the decline as well.
Yes, they are.
Do you think the reception is going to be good for that shoe?
I definitely do. And the only reason why I say this is because there's been speculation now that Union LA have a collab with Fragment as well for Jordan 1. That just dropped today, not too long ago. So Soul Supplier, they dropped a post on that. And I feel like people are either gonna try and go for the Fragments and as a compensation, if they missed out on that, then Chicago's. So
I
it's a
hear that.
smart
Yeah.
strategy because exactly the last time when they did it, they had two pairs. They had the black toe and then the blue. Again, I'm sorry for the reference. I can't remember the actual name of the colorway, but they had both of them come out around the same time, I believe. So
Mm,
who knows? They might do that now this time. But for me, Chicago represents everything Jordan. Like the Jordan 1 Chicago before the reimagined pair came out.
mm,
That was most people's growth. Like if you saw someone in
1000%.
Chicago 1s, you're like, yeah, this person knows what they're doing. Like
Yeah.
you know what they're doing. Um,
That's 100%. I 100% agree.
so for me, seeing Union LA do a Chicago 1, I have no issue, man. Please, by all means, go for
Yeah.
it. Do your thing. Do your thing. Do your
I
thing.
think in my mind I'm like, do I really want to mess with the Chicago? But the thing is, I will be going for that shoe
There you go,
with
man.
the highest level of respect. In my
Mm,
opinion, though, right? In my opinion, though, I feel like the black toe is the best. Of when I see
yeah.
them together, I feel like, to be honest, I
Mm,
can't lie though, that blue is actually really good as well. But I feel like the black toe
mm,
is fantastic, and I feel
mm,
like all of them are good. And to be honest, yeah, I feel like the design and the colorways that they've chosen are actually super smart.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm not mad at it. You get me?
Mm,
It's a Jordan 1. So it's
mm,
gonna be a little bit polarizing in 2025 when it does come
yeah.
out, just because of how like Nike really beat the Jordan 1 to death over
Steph, yeah.
2023 and 2022 and 2023,
Mm,
unfortunately. So we'll see what the reception is, man. But I hope people want it. I hope people like it. Not
mm,
so much that I can't get a pair, because I want to get a pair. You get me? But let's see what I
yeah.
go on, man.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you.
let's see what I go on. This is a question I love to ask, man. When you like, what are your bop to the shops type shoes? Now, forgive me, because most people are gonna know. Anyone that's seen your social media, we know that you stay like fresh to death. You keep it clean wherever you go. You don't run out without having a strong fit on. We know that, right? But
Yeah.
just in case you were just running out the house, yeah, what are those shoes that are just by the door? Right, because we've all got shoes by the door that are like our go-tos. What are
Yeah.
those like bought to the shop, that those quick ones? You're not thinking about a fit, they're just there and you throw them on because maybe they're the most comfortable or they're just most accessible and you're just
Mm.
vibing with them at the moment. What are those shoes?
So right now they're the Thunder fours. But before that there were the Black Cat fours, which is insane for most people to hear. I've destroyed my pair. I regret it. I
Wow.
regret it. People have seen the state of them. They're bad. They're currently sitting at my parents' house, but they're like all ripped up because I was wearing them through lockdown. I'll go Sainsbury's, jump in the whip, do everything with
Black
them.
Cats.
Wore them to the gym. Like I was just doing
I want to
nonsense.
just sort of touch on just quickly social media in general, man. You've definitely been doing your thing.
Mm,
Like, would you say, like, because we've been sort of like we've been following each other's journey for a little while. Would you say, like in recent history, like with what you've been experiencing on TikTok, that sort of
Mm.
reignited the love for the thing again, and like now you found your pocket, like, and you're really doing your thing?
I would say yes, but there's always been a little, a little box in my heart for kicks. But I think what happened, and this is the story that I haven't been able to say much, but if you follow me on Instagram, obviously my Instagram's on private. I'm always posting stories on kicks and stuff, but I don't really get much love on it. And obviously I get it that people are just doing their own thing. On Instagram, there's a lot of watchers, a lot of eyes just staring at you. And then something just popped in my head, like, I don't know if it was, I don't know what it was, but something just pondered on my mind that just try this TikTok, just just do it. I remember dropping a video. I think the first pair that I'd won, which was the Jumpman Jack. So I got them from Offspring. In fact, it wasn't even the Jumpman Jacks. No, it was the Jumpman Jacks. I put them on Offspring. I bought them from Offspring, and I just did a video in my living room with the white table, and it just blew off. And I was like, it's crazy because when I dropped on my story, only like 3 people liked it. But I'm getting like about 350 views. No one's really saying anything. I don't know if it's jealousy. I don't know what it is. I'm not trying to like, you know what I mean though, bro? Like when it comes to kicks, people always like, oh, you always wanting everything anyway, man. Like, there's a bit of a
It's a bit of a,
resentment towards me, and I don't know why, but I hear it. But then for TikTok to just show me love, like, bro, I literally started TikTok in like January, February. No. I made an account in January, February. Didn't do anything. I was just using it because I've got the JL Motors account that I'm trying to like push. And then the Jumpman Jacks, I believe they dropped in end of May. And from there, bro, it's just kicked off. Like the numbers are crazy. I've got the Air Force Ones that I unboxed, or at least did a detailed review on, 1 million views. The Union LA right
come
now,
on
if
now,
I look right now, it's probably 1 million views just hit it now.
come on now.
All glory be to God, obviously, but yeah, man, it's just nice, like to be appreciated.
I get it, man.
Yeah.
Ah,
But
like,
I'm not doing it for validation because these
I
are
hear
all
you.
kicks
I
I've
hear you.
owned, like,
I hear you.
and I think another thing that just doesn't still make sense to me is that one, people are gravitating to me, so I appreciate it. But two, how on earth has a pair of trainers that I purchased in 2019 done this for me? Like, it's
So
so
nuts.
weird. Like,
So nuts, man.
it's so weird that how this has happened. So all praise be to God, innit? Whatever happens out of it happens. But I've got a few things in the pipeline that you're gonna see soon. A couple big brands started messaging me. So hey, listen,
Come
I'm a
on.
keep going, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it till the wheels fall off, man.
No,
So
we love that, bro. We love that, man. And congratulations to you, man.
thank
Because
you,
yeah,
bro. I
as I
appreciate
said,
it.
you're one of the guys that I looked at when I first started. And you know what? Sometimes like some people say it takes. I don't know if it's 10 years, but it definitely takes a long time to become an overnight success. Some people are going to
Mm,
look at your success that you're having recently and think, oh, where did this guy just come from, man? He's just popped up and he's just like doing it. But
mm,
this guy's been doing work way before, like,
yeah, man.
way before. Like I'm
Yeah,
saying, like, so you gotta like give honor to whom honors due, man, and give respect to people that have
thank you,
put that
bro.
work in, man. So congratulations on what you're getting. It's just you've not even touched the surface, bro. You're doing big
Amen,
things,
bro.
man. And the
Amen,
thing is, what
amen.
you've got, like, especially the aesthetic of it, is so clean, right? It's so clean,
Thank you,
and
bro.
it's like really well done, really well shot. So it's like it's quite easy. You keep on getting shoes, you keep on shooting that way. People are really gravitating to the style of shooting, and I think that's really what translates when you've got a really
Mm,
cool, like, sort of almost like a content language that you
mm,
communicate with, right?
mm,
And people gravitate to it. It's like that's the key. When you find that language that people understand, then it gives you,
mm.
then you can just keep on doing that. And I feel
Yeah,
like, yeah, if you just keep on doing what you've been doing, you just keep on growing and blowing. Like,
thank you,
so
bro.
yeah, man, no, it's definitely nice to see, man.
But
Definitely
I need
nice
to
to see.
interject and say that, bro, you have been a massive inspiration for me as well, bro. Like, I
Oh
don't say
wow.
much. I just be on the sidelines, just be praying, just be looking. Obviously, I always tell you it's love whenever we link up, whenever I see you. But, bro, like, what you've done with your own content and your image and like going out there doing these interviews, speaking to people, and just being like almost how I see you like a lighthouse amongst the darkness in terms of like just the
Wow.
energy you're putting out, bro. And obviously, like, bro, it moves me, and I feel like a lot of people feel that way as well. You're just genuine. You're a real guy. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make you more emotional
Bro,
tonight.
this
I know it's
guy,
a bit
bro.
late for this, but bro, like, big man, bro, big man thing, like.
No,
It's
man.
it's an honor to call you a friend, bro.
I
It's an honor to call
respect
you a
it, man.
friend. So thank you.
Likewise, my G. Like,
Keep doing your thing,
honestly,
bro, and keep
oh,
shining,
bro, I
man.
didn't expect, man. Yeah, I didn't expect him
Keep
to say that.
shining,
That's deep.
bro.
That's deep.
Keep shining, bro. Keep shining, bro. Keep
I
shining.
appreciate you, Swarvay in the bro.
Come on, bro.
Nah, man. See, this is the thing, man. Black people, man. We're so interested when somebody says nice stuff, and it's like my cheeks are all out, bro. I need to calm down, bro. We need to calm down, man. Because all I want to do
Yeah,
is say, "Oh, bro, man, I respect you, man. You got so much." Like we just keep on going back and forth with this thing.
I
All
know,
I would
man.
say,
I
yeah.
know.
All I would say, bro, is. Yeah, man. Thank you so much, man. It's so nice to hear
So,
those
so
words, man.
love.
It's a really, really appreciate it, man. What a guy. If you ain't already following Just Suave right now, you need to go. You need to go. First of all, you need to go Instagram. Shut that
Yes,
thing right
sir.
up, yeah, bro. Go
Yes, sir.
Instagram. Touch, like I was saying, like hit that follow button, then swing over to TikTok, man, and hit that
Yes,
follow
bro.
button, man.
Yes,
Thousands already
bro.
done it, man. You need to go and join them. You get me, man,
Bro,
brother,
don't make my head too big, please, bro. Please, please.
bro.
I
The
said
guy.
thousands have already done it.
Thousands of
Hey,
them did that.
true,
You must
true,
be
true.
starting in the team, bro. Come on, man. Don't lose your blessing, bro. Go and get your team, bro. Go and get your team.
Amen, bro.
Do you
Amen,
know what though?
amen.
Okay, right now, man, we're too live. We're too like we're too comfortable. We're too
Mm.
comfortable, man. There's too much love. We need to chill out a little
Yeah,
bit, man.
it's a really
Bro,
back, really back, really
we need to
back.
bring it all the way back, man.
I'm from
We need.
Camberwell,
Do
really
you know
back,
what?
really
Forget
back,
all of this,
really
man. We need
back.
to battle. No, forget all of this, man. We need to battle, bro. Real thing, big man thing. We need to battle,
All right,
bro.
let's
We
go,
need
bro.
to
Let's
battle,
go.
man. We need to battle. And you know what? Yeah, right.
Mm.
Like obviously, I know you early doors for kicks, yeah, but I also know
Mm.
you for cars as well. You get
Yes,
me?
sir.
And this thing was in my head, bro. We need to battle on because we're doing random battles now, man. We need to
Mm.
battle on the best car brands. You get me? The best car brands. And I
Okay.
love this, yeah. I love this. Now, like, I'm going brands, yeah. I know you
Mm.
could go deep into models and all different stuff and start chatting GTI and different, like, you get me, V12 and all different stuff,
Mm.
like the M series or whatever. Like, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying, like, brands, you get me? Like,
All right, bet.
let's keep it civil, you get me? You are my illustrious guest, so
Mm.
I want you to go first, you get me?
Okay.
Your top three, my top three will go back to back. One thing I will say though, right, is if you say something that's on my list, I can't say it. It's off the table. You
Okay.
get me, right? That's all. That's the only rule. You
Okay.
get me.
That's fair.
So, but I will let you go first. So you've got more opportunity.
Bet. Push.
Porsche number. So is that number three for you? Or is that number one for you?
I'd say it's number. Can it be in the middle, number two? I know
It
that's a
can
bit
be.
awkward, but yeah,
Yeah,
can
yeah,
I put
yeah. It
as
can be.
number two? Number
It
two.
can be. It can be. I think for me, what I'm gonna say first
Mm.
is I'm gonna say Bentley.
Smooth. Smooth.
I'm gonna say Bentley. Always back in the day, Bentley GT, Bentley Continental was a car that was very, very aspirational to me. I know the
Okay.
world has moved on. They're on the Wraith or whatever they're on now. But the
Mm.
Bentley, when I was growing up, the Bentley GT was very
With the
aspirational car.
wave, yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Okay. I
you
feel
get
you.
me. You get me. So yeah, what are you saying, man? What's your next one?
Number three is BMW, and the reason why it's BMW is because one, I own a 4 Series. I had a 1 Series before that. BMW was the BMW for me is the pinnacle of German engineering, in my opinion, from the bottom all the way to the top.
This guy's
You're
a
not
BM guy.
you're not.
BM guy.
Let's keep it 100. Yeah, I know that you got the Audi, the Merc, and you got the BM, but from 1 series all the way up to 8 series, from an X1 all the way up to X7, the competition amongst Audi, Merc, and BM are outdoing everyone. So BMW, and then when it comes to the division of the motorsport, so the M3s, the M4s, the M2s, the M5s, the BMW design language is so clear. For me, BMW is all about the driving experience. So, when you get behind the BM, the wheels heavy, it's a proper grown car. Mercedes is luxury. That's
Yes.
cool. Audi, I'd say, is technology and a bit of everything. I think Audi is like a mixture of everything, but BMW is solely driving focused. So BMW is my number 3.
Do you
Yeah.
know what? I have to put a lot of respect on BMW. Having recently come over to BMW.
Jeez.
Yeah, recently, you
Mm,
get me. No, like I signed a contract, but it was not the type of contract I want to sign with BMW. I need to sign a different
mm.
contract with BMW. God is good, man. That's to come.
Amen,
You get me.
amen, amen,
But like,
amen.
no, recently jumped over to BMW. I have to say, man, I've been impressed.
Mm,
Been impressed, man. I've driven, or the next brand I'm gonna say is the car I've driven probably the most of in my
okay.
life. And it's a car that it's a brand that I've got very fond memories of, man, and it's close to my heart still. I am gonna go with the Mercedes Benz. I'm gonna go with Mercedes
Okay.
Benz.
That's fair.
Like once again, it's my aspiration as a kid, bro. The I'm saying it was
Mm.
the C class.
Mm,
You get
mm.
me? The C class growing up, I used to look at that car and just be like, one day I'm driving that car. I feel like the
Mm.
S class has always pushed the envelope and like it's the highest level in terms of like clean, like luxury class, just
Yeah,
like and
for you.
everything. But then also you've got that sort of G Wagon.
Mm,
You get me?
mm,
They're touching all demographics, bro. Like they're hitting different
mm.
things. You get me? Like, and the G Wagon is crazy. You get me?
Yeah,
Like, so
yeah.
don't get me wrong. Have a BMW. Like, but before it's all said and done, bro, I'm definitely dipping back into the Mercedes, man. Because
I feel you.
the
Okay.
drive is comfortable, and this is one thing I will say in terms of comfort
Mm,
the highest level of comfort I've experienced personally, because I've never had like a Bentley or a Rolls or anything like that. Highest level
mm.
of comfort I've experienced was in a Mercedes.
Okay,
Like it
that's
was
fair.
definitely in a Mercedes.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's a nice one still, and a good backstory. I hear it. I hear it.
Come on now. What's your last one?
My number one would have to be Rolls Royce.
I respect it, man. I
Yeah.
fully respect it.
Most people be like, I'm gonna go for Lamborghini or Bugatti or just all these like crazy hypercars, and I feel like Rolls Royce and you said Bentley. Rolls Royce is like the grandfather. Like this
Yeah.
is like I'm the Don Dada. Like
Facts.
it
Facts,
doesn't
facts,
get any
facts.
better than this. This is English luxury from the ground up. Every component, like we're talking. What's that Jay-Z verse? You can pay for school, but you
You
can't
can't
buy
buy
class.
class. You can
That's what he
pay
says.
for
Yeah,
school, but you
but you
can't
can't buy
buy.
class.
That's a
That's
strong
what I
lyric.
think when I think of Rolls Royce. You can pay for school, but you can't buy class. Like it's different. It's different gravy. You know what I'm saying? So Rolls Royce is my number one, 100%.
Do you know what? That's a fantastic, bro. That line is strong, and that's a
Strong, bro. Strong, bro.
fantastic brand. That's one of the baddest ever. So
Mm,
for me, right, I think for me, looking at what I've said so far, I feel like Mercedes is my number two. Bentley's probably my number one. My number three, I'm actually going a different. I'm going a different direction. I'm actually going sort of the more affordable route.
okay.
Once again, a car that like I looked at and I was like, Like when I was when I was looking at, I was thinking, well, how is my trajectory gonna go? I'm not gonna go heavy on my first whip. I need to get something that is a good run around, something that I can trust, something that has got like something that's reliable. You get me, man? But it's got nice lines to it, and this brand stuck out to me, and this brand stuck out to me for a number of reasons, and I'll get into it, right? And this once again, it's a British brand.
I think I know who you go, but okay.
I'm going with Vauxhall, right?
Okay.
I'm going with Vauxhall, man. I'm gonna put Vauxhall in this year. The reason I'm going with Vauxhall, is my first car was a Vauxhall Astra,
Same
right?
here.
So like pure basic, I think it was like a 2014. No, it was a 2004, right?
Okay.
2004, because I passed my test in 2006. Like a long time ago. You get me? Like it was 2004, 2002, something like that. Like old shape, not the newest shape that they ended up doing, right? So it's the old shape. So it's a slight bit longer, right? But the reason why I went for a Vauxhall was because when I was growing up, there was an advert that Vauxhall used to do for a car called the Vectra.
Okay.
That advert used to give me goosebumps when I saw that advert. Like I can't even tell you, because the thing is, at that time you don't know what the levels are. When I was like super young, I didn't know what the levels are. I just knew that advert, the car in that advert, was the best car in the country. It was the best car in the world, right? I come to find out that the Vectra gets discontinued after about 2 years, but some dead car. Never to be seen again. Just spare parts. But they sold us dreams. They spent all the money on the advert. They smashed it. You get me, man? But yeah, Vauxhall, definitely a great British brand. Loved the, and like as I said, my first car was an Astra, super reliable. I crashed that car within a month of getting it, man. I wasn't ready.
Oh my days.
I wasn't ready, man. I wasn't ready.
I'll tell you a fun fact about Vauxhall. I'll tell you a fun fact. Vauxhall, I know it's British, but you know the German brand is Opel.
Yes.
The lightning bolt. Okay,
yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
So they're technically a German brand, but they're British as well. So
no. So from what I remember, right? Essentially, yes, it is. So they've essentially done this thing where it's a German brand, but I think they either bought the rights to a name that was already going in the UK. So I think there was a Vauxhall brand in the UK and they bought the rights to use that name in the UK. So essentially becoming Vauxhall in the UK and it's either that way or the other way, where they went back into Europe. They were a British brand and they went into Europe. I can't remember exactly the way it went. But I also know that a lot of them are manufactured in Australia as well, or at least they used to be as well. So like even it being a British brand, it doesn't even really mean anything. But that being said, like we still have to rep it, man. No, that's a decent battle, man. You've given it like, and especially you being a car guy, this is an honor for me. So this is good. This is good. I feel like you've given a good account of ourselves, man. Now let's get back into the thing, because we need to start winding our way down. You get me? And I want to ask you one of my favorite questions. This is what literally like one of the things I love to ask people. It's called Desert Island Kicks, right?
Okay.
So imagine you're stuck away on a desert island. You don't know how you got there, but you got 2 pairs of shoes with you. What I'm trying to understand is, what 2 pairs of shoes would you have with you on this island and why?
Ooh. On an island, desert island, 2 crepes I would have. I would say the first pair would be the Nike Sakai Vapor Waffle. The one with the triple platform ones. I know you say that to say that's one of the most comfortable trainers I own. And because of all of the fabric and the material is so airy, so it's comfortable, you can breathe in them. I can wear those trainers all day and not be in pain.
I respect it.
And I just feel like with the way that the sole and the sole is, and again the way the the shoe's constructed around the foot. Against most terrains, I think I'll be okay. If it's desert, I think I'll be alright. And then the second pair of kicks. Again, if it's comfort, I'm leaning to Harachis. I know that sounds weird, but I'm leaning to Harachis. Not the old school shape, the shape that they're now selling right now.
Okay.
So at the moment,
Okay.
again, one of the most comfortable trainers I've ever owned. I haven't bought a new pair since the Triple Black back in maybe 2016. I think that's the last time I've ever owned a pair. But it will be those two.
What we're gonna do? We're gonna do some quick fires, man, before we wrap up.
Yes, sir. All right, let's go.
All right, bro. The only thing with these quick fires, man, it is the only rule is no dilly dally, bro. Answer from your heart and your chest. And I've been told enough that there is one question that I will ask you in these quick fires that may not be a quick fire type question. I will let you determine which one that is. You get me? Even still, I'm going to ask it, and I'm going to require you to answer fairly quickly.
Okay, let's do this.
All right. So I acknowledge this. For all those that have said it, I acknowledge it. Right. We are going right in 3, 2, 1. Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
New Balance or Adidas?
New Balance.
Is it Nike or Nike?
Nike.
Can you? Well played. Well played. I like that one. Okay. Can you wear Nike and Adidas together? Yes or no?
No.
What was the last shoe you won on the sneakers at?
Jordan 1 bread. Jordan 1 bread. Satin.
Oh, okay. What is your favorite Jordan number?
6.
YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok?
TikTok.
Understandably. Sneakers, kicks, or crepes?
As in what you call them?
Yeah, what's your preference?
Kicks.
Spotify or Apple?
Apple every day of the week.
I respect it. And not very often people don't often say Apple, so I do respect it. Favorite collaboration?
In terms of sneakers or anything?
Sneakers.
Favorite collaboration would be the Jordan 4 SB Pine Greens.
Do you know what? I'm not mad at that. Just up here, love that shoe. Absolutely love that shoe. Vans or Converse?
Converse.
Laces or slip-ons?
Laces.
Default laces or do you pattern your laces?
Pattern my laces. Always.
I like it. Yeah. No, he's a stylish guy. We have to put that respect on him. Okay, this is an interesting one. Customized designs or straight GR factory settings?
With GR factory settings.
I respect it. Retro or innovation?
Innovation.
Flip-flops or slides?
Slides.
Socks or barefoot?
Socks.
Comfort or style?
Style.
Fresh and clean or beaten and battered?
Fresh and clean.
We know this.
Mm-hmm.
Washing machine or hand wash your kicks?
Hand wash your kicks.
Lows, mids or highs?
Highs.
Last one. Triple blacks or white and whites?
Triple black.
Look at this. This guy is a murderer, bro. What you? This guy's rolling around in triple black Air Force Ones. No, I didn't say Air Force One, but that's what I envisaged. It's either Air Force One or a 95, bro. Triple black.
Triple black, bro. Every
danger,
day, bro. Triple black. Triple black.
He's just, bro, he's a dangerous guy, bro. You have to be careful, man. You Have to be careful. Okay. Last couple of questions, man, are really, really important.
Yes, sir.
So this term, I refer to with the term sneakerhead. It expanded about a lot. It's used to refer to obviously the culture, but also like the niche that we talk about and love. What is a sneakerhead? Just in layman's terms.
A sneakerhead is somebody that is infatuated with sneakers, all things about the way they look, the history, what they offer to a community or communities, and just wanting to style them. There's so many things about a sneakerhead that makes them a sneakerhead. But if it was one word, then it would be community. Period.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. So I'm gonna ask John Swarvay, originally Raffle
Yes.
Boy, you get me, now killing it, you get me, on TikTok and all that.
Yeah.
Are you a sneakerhead?
100%. A million percent. It's in my DNA. It's in my DNA, man. Come on.
His DNA. In fact, talking about DNA, you literally have a DNA symbol after your name on TikTok, right?
Oh, that's funny enough, innit? Yeah, I do, you know.
This guy, I'm on it, bro. I'm on it, man. I've been doing this, bro.
I do.
I'm learning,
do.
bro. I'm learning, man. I've been doing this.
Fair play, bro. Fair play.
Do you know what I'm gonna give you? Do you know what I'm gonna give you, bro? I'm gonna give you the highest honor I have available to me, man. It's the highest honor in the land, bro.
Okay.
John Swarvay, bro. You are 1000% Kicks Chronicles certified sneakerhead, bro. You got that, bro. You got that.
Let's go.
You got that,
Let's
bro.
go.
You got that.
Let's
You
go.
got that. You got
Listen,
that.
bro.
You got that. That's in the bag. That's
Listen, bro.
That's
Listen.
it. So now, bro, 5-6 million people are gonna watch this. You get me? So I want you to. This is a great opportunity for you, man. You need to talk to these people, man. Let them know what's going on, how they can support. You get me, man? How they can plug in and link up.
All right, cool. So, as you know, the name is the name, John Swarvay. Find me on Instagram. I've made a new account, j.swarvay. So that's J full stop SWARVAY. On TikTok, it's John Swarvay. So JOHN full stop SWAVAY. I've got a car page called JR Motors. Obviously, I think you can tell by the J. That is me. But yeah, JR Motors. So that's JAYRMOTORS. And those are literally the socials I'm using at the moment. And yeah, man, shoot me a DM if you ever want to collab, if you want any information on anything, if you want me to review a pair of sneakers that are coming up, if I'm able to attain them, fingers crossed, I definitely will. The next sneaker I'm trying to look at, or at least reveal, it's a Travis Scott Dark Mocha Jumpman Jacks. God willing, man. That's a big pair, man. That's a big pair. And obviously, I'm gonna do it justice, you know. I've already got the original, so I'm gonna do it justice.
He's definitely gonna do it justice, man. He's definitely gonna do it justice. I trust him still. People, make sure to go run it out. Make sure to go and support John on all of his social media channels, man. He's blessed us with his time, man. It's the least we can do. And you know, while you're out there, like jumping on, like, and supporting John, you might as well throw Big PROZECH a little follow as well.
Of course, man.
Why not, man? Share the love, man. Share the wealth.
Of course.
You get me? PROZECH on all social media channels. This is once again Big Kicks Chronicles, your sneaker and lifestyle podcast. Our amazing guest. Like, we have to thank John for being an absolutely amazing guest. John Swarvay was in the building. He gave it time, amazing stories, great collection. You get me? I mashed him down on the battle, you get me, which is a bit embarrassing for him considering he's a car guy, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nah, this has been absolutely amazing. Guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all of the amazing things that you know you're meant to do. You know you're meant to do them. Right. Some of you don't do them, but it's okay. But I need you, man, to step up. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially as we're going into 2025. This is post 100 episodes, so we're only going up. We're only going up, bro. Look at the guests we're dealing with. Look at the guests. Look at the levels. Look at the levels.
Bro, people saw this, you know.
Look at the.
Humility. I'm a humble guy, man. Humble giant. Humble giant. Humble
Nah, bro,
giant.
come on, man. We need to
Yeah,
respect.
blessings,
We need to
bro.
put some respect on it, bro. So, guys, man, you need to run it up, bro. Because honestly, man,
Yeah, run
you know what I'm
out, guys.
saying,
Run
like,
out.
we need to continue to attract these kinds of guests to this platform, man. But
Thank
yeah,
you,
I
bro.
appreciate all of you, man, for your love and support. Always, you get me. Continue to look after yourselves and one another, man. And until I see you, man, down the roads, everyone, look after yourselves and stay blessed.
Blessings, guys. Take care.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Kicks Chronicles. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, rate, review, and all that good stuff. And remember, full video version is available on YouTube, audio versions available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.